So we focus on our lives about our outward circumstance, what happens to us in our bubble. We put ourselves in our bubble so that nobody will damage us, nobody will do any harm to us, and if something wrong happens, whoops, we receive back. But did you know that each one of us as a human being, we have what we call our inner self, our soul. Call it what you want. You can call it your soul, your inner self. And that soul, that inner self, is pristine. What do I mean by that? Nobody touches that. Nobody touches that. You know, the outward circumstance can hurt you. If a friend betrayed you, that's an outward circumstance. It can hurt you, but it can never damage your soul. You are the guardian of the door of your soul. You are the guardian of your inner self. And if we understand this difference, what happens to us will become different. We can move on in life in a better way. And there's another thing we would like to share with you about happiness, attitude towards happiness. Everybody wants to be happy. Oh, when I'm successful, I will be happy. When I reach this goal, I'll be fantastically happy. When I find that job, when I buy that car, when I get that new home, whatever is the thing in your outward world that, yes, Moira, thank you for saying we cannot change the situation, but what we can change is our attitude. Thank you so much for sharing. We look for happiness. You know what happens in our lives? We get the new car. We be happy for a moment. The car isn't new anymore, and we lose our happiness. We are here to tell you, write this down. Happiness does not come from the outward circumstance. It's something irrespective of what you have, what you do, if you are rich, if you are poor. By the way, we are not meant to be poor. Everybody is meant to be rich. Rich in abundance, rich in money, rich in spirituality. And when we talk about spirituality here, we're not talking about religion. That's something different in how we feel and how we resonate with ourselves. First, we have to find our happiness. Then we get the other things. I mean, I've been a banker in my previous career for 23 years, and I've had clients who were, I used to take care of the richest clients in our bank. And every rich man or women did not necessarily be happy because they are rich in money. I'm not saying money isn't important. Everybody's supposed to have money. We are in this world to prosper because we are important. Each one of you is important. You are an important person. I want you to write in the chat, I am enough. What if you wake up each morning and your attitude, instead of saying, oh, I've got so much to do today, I've got a headache, I've got this, I haven't got that, or COVID, or whatever the excuse is in the morning. What if you, when you wake up, you first are grateful for waking up in the morning? Some people don't wake up in the morning. It's the last day. Okay? And when you are grateful because you have woken up, what you say is, I am enough. What if you start your journey of your day by saying, I am enough? That would make a difference, doesn't it, Paul?
Yes, well, the inner self is very important, as we're saying. We tend to mix up the inner self with the outside circumstances or outside world. Why I'm saying this? Because the mind usually we center on what we see or what we hear. So when you get to know the inner self is to know yourself. Do you know that sometimes we don't know ourselves? Did you ever question that? Who am I? Because it's very important to know who you are. Because how can you achieve something if you don't know who you are? So the inner self, I call it, once it's balanced, and usually it's balanced, where you find, as we said, your inner happiness. Because the inner happiness will reflect and will resonate on your outward circumstances. So yes, I say inner self is
It
very
is
important.
important. You live, if you live from your inner self, from that quiet, serene, calm position in your life, that helps your mindset. And thank you, Manel, for sharing your insight. Yes, talking is not enough. Of course it isn't. You need to change your mindset. Yes, and changing our mindset is a reversed action. First, our thoughts, what we think. If our thoughts are negative, we're going to get negative words, then our words come out. Then our words turn into action, and our action turn into habits, and our habits turn into our destiny. So it's all what we think. We are what we think. Thank you for sharing that. And you rightly say it's not about being positive in life and saying the right word, but it helps. And we're going to talk about positivity and being inspired. Okay, some people make the mistakes of wanting the right attitude by being just positive. They switch up a button in their mind. I'm going to be positive. Okay, this happened to me. I'm trying to be positive. Don't try. Like Yoda says in Star Wars, don't try, do. Don't try to be positive. Positivity alone will not get you anywhere. You have to be inspired. Because when you cleanse yourself, your inner self, from all the negativity that's suffocating your mindset, okay, then you can be inspired to be positive, and that is very, very important. And when you are inspired, it does not mean that life is not happening to you. As we said before, happiness, I mean, look, let's go back, rewind to my story, my car crash, which was a great insight in my life. It was a great gift. It taught me so much, irrespective of the different voice I have, irrespective of the limited voice I have. I don't care if my voice is that of Maria Callas or somebody else. What I care about is I have the voice to be able to transmit a great message with you, and to be inspired is very important. Now, during our journey of life, we have those inner voices in our head. When we're doing something, our attitude towards doing something new, and we have that voice, and in our courses we get to name those voices, and each client will find a name for that voice. You can't do that. You can't do that. How dare you think you can? You will fail. People will laugh at you. Why am I not a success like him, her, or them? Why is this happening to me? I am not succeeding in my business. What do I need to do? Don't do it. That voice is saying, don't do it. Those people are better than you. It's all the time. Those inner voices are not going away. Those inner voices were telling us, you are creating a coaching business in COVID time, when the communication is only online. Not only we started it in COVID time, but we are doing a new office, which we're going to call the Happy Table in Malta. So people in Malta will be able to come for training there too. And we are doing it in COVID time. Are these people crazy? No. because we are looking ahead. When you find your purpose in life, and these coachings, this is what these coachings are doing, to help you find your real purpose inside of you. When you find your purpose, nobody in this world and nothing in this world will stop you. Count on that. Count on that. So these inner voices will try to smash you down. But the good news is these inner ugly voices do have something bigger in our minds, okay? Our inner self. That's where our inner self comes. And do you know when, I don't know if it happens to you, but it does happen to everybody. You are about to do something and you say, my intuition tells me to do that, or to talk to that person, or to do this change in my life. You are being inspired from within, because your inner self is bigger and stronger than those ugly inner voices. But you have a choice. You have a choice to honor the ugly voice in your head, or you have a choice to honor what your soul, your inner self is saying. So yes, things are changing. Things are changing all the time. I know you're saying that, but the economy, the recession, the sickness, the virus is in our head. I'm not saying there's not a pandemic, or I'm trying to escape from reality, but what will it change? Will it change things if we worry all the time? All we have to do is take the necessary actions. Things are changing. Even in this dark moment in history of the world, there is always room for opportunities. And mind you, opportunities come disguised. They do not come flashing in your face and say with a label, I am an opportunity for you. They come often disguised. So be watchful. And in this changing world, we have to change. We have to change our attitude, and it is a process. I do invite you to have a look at the website for what can be available for you as courses. Let me remind you, any course you will choose to take and invest in, it will be tailor-made for you according to your requirements. In the meantime, what we need to do is be grateful and don't fall into the trap of becoming a volunteer victim. Do you know what happens when we grumble, we moan and grumble all the time? Why is this happening to me? Why is the fireworks, making noise while we're having a webinar, a live webinar with so many people in the world? And why do we grumble? It's not going to change anything. Do your best. And we're here to say, maybe you want to say something last before we read something from the book about attitude.
We always blame people, but we have to change. Because always blaming this and that, but we have to change. We have to make the change. We're talking about being healthy. I call it, we need mental vitamins. Mental vitamins. The body can survive, I always say. And this is very important. That's why we are doing this training. Because the mind, it's a very powerful tool. We can use it in a good way or in a bad way. So the body, yes, we can take care of our body. We can nourish our body. But as we're saying, negative thoughts. Everything, you want to succeed, but you're not succeeding. This is all balanced with your inner self and your mindset. So yes, we need more time, to pass on this message. In actual fact, I like to thank you for being with us, because you are the protagonist. We are just the messengers. So it's very important And we thank you for joining us because we're doing this with your help, being with us.
Thank you so much, Paul. And we are grateful for being with us, and we're going to have another free webinar next month too. We'll do it before Christmas.
We're doing this free. We're doing this free.
Yes, it's free for all these
For
people.
all these people.
So wonderful. So we're going to go into the chapter which is specifically called from the book. And by the way, in our courses, we'll be using this book. It's not a technical book, okay? It's unique. From the chapter, Attitude is Everything. We're going to read a little passage and end the evening with this passage. Don't we all blame the weather? Because there is a storm coming, it's raining, it's cold, there is a heat wave, it's humid, it's windy. Whatever the weather is, it does not have to control how we feel. Let the wind blow your worries, the rain wash your tears, the cold giving you that fresh start, the sun caressing your face. Feel good no matter what. Always leave the door of opportunities open in your life. Welcome change with a positive attitude. Attitude is indeed everything. The right attitude brings greatness your way. Thank you very much. We again wish you a pleasant evening. We are grateful for you to be with us and hope to see you next time. Anything you would need and we need to ask, you know where to contact us on the site, on our website, shineyourlightonline.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you.